When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die.
Welcome, everyone. We are here with a big announcement. I'm Brian Beck. I'm the host of the Wardens of the Midwest channel. You probably recognize my voice, if not necessarily my face, from our videos. You also may know me as Edgehopper from my Discord and stats handles. I'm here with Carl, aka Papa Bear, the host of West Coast Bannerman. And we are here today to tell you about the 2025 United States Song of Ice and Fire Miniatures National Championships. This year, I will be the head tournament organizer. Carl is our head of advertising, marketing, and ticket sales. So we're here to talk about what the event's going to be, why we're doing it this way this year, and how you can sign up. So first, let's talk about why we're doing this as a community event. Why are we the ones hosting and organizing this and not CMON like the last 2 years? Well, as much as we love CMON, we appreciate all they've done for the game, all the frequent patch updates, all the unit box releases. They've done a great job of keeping the game going. But times are hard, and you may have heard about some of the losses they've recently had, financial losses. They just can't support organized play the way they used to. So CMON is not financially supporting a Nationals this year the way they have at Game Center the last 2 years. So they reached out to us, the tournament organizers in the United States, and told us, you as a community should go out and organize Nationals this year. So that's where we came in. We have set up a group of organizers, me and Carl and the Sunday Slaughter folks and the folks in Kansas City, the ones in New Jersey. All the different regional groups have been getting together on Discord, and we've been talking out what to do for this year's Nationals. And we had a process. We all put together some bids and some packages, and figured out and suggested what we were able to propose for different cities to host it in, what times we'd host it in, and each region had a vote. And when the voting came in, the winner was the Chicago bid in Rosemont, next to O'Hare Airport. Carl, I didn't know I think you actually were more positive about the Rosemont bid than I was. If you want to talk about some of the reasons you think it was a good pick.
Yeah, sure. I think I was just as a perspective of a possible player, because it was Chicago, of course. So for me, just the, I guess, efficiency or streamlined nature of the location next to the airport. The airport being, one of the lowest cost flights in the country, and then a free shuttle to the hotel. Are you kidding me? Like, just everything just kind of makes it easy to come, and that is just a huge plus for me. So that, and then when you first put your bid together, it was one of the lower cost, fees for the weekend for the hotel. So I was just all on board for it from the beginning. As far as it was, I think it was my second pick. We had a top 3 vote. So outside of my own, outside of my own drive to the Bay Area here, it was my second pick. So yeah, I'm happy it's there. It's pretty great.
Yeah. So the winner of the vote was Rosemont. So if you don't know the Chicago area, Rosemont is the suburb that is right next to O'Hare Airport. You can probably you might be able to see runways from your hotel room window. You can certainly see the planes flying overhead. It is right next door. As Carl said, the hotel has a free shuttle from the airport. You don't need to rent a car. You don't need. I mean, even if you're going into the city, you don't need to rent a car, and we're going to talk about that later in the video about all the things there are to do in Rosemont and Chicago, even if you're not playing, because we'd love for you to bring your spouse, bring your girlfriend, bring your kids, make it a family weekend. One of the other things I liked with this bid, we set up nationals this year. It's going to be October 11th through 13th. October 11th is a Saturday. October 13th is a Monday, and specifically it is Columbus Day, or Indigenous Persons Day if you prefer. No matter what you call it, it's a federal holiday and a state holiday. Some people don't get those off, but some people do. If you have kids in school, they probably have the day off from school. So that makes it easier to do the long weekend, to get in 3 days. And if you're coming all the way to Chicago, we want to make it worth your while. We don't want you to just come in for 2 days and leave and just play 6 games. We'd like you to have the opportunity for a more full weekend. So when we're going to talk about the other event that's going on alongside the regular national championship, but going back to kind of the first thing we were talking about, the fact that we're not being run by CMON this year. We're not supported by CMON. There's a good side. There are good sides and bad sides to that, and we think there's probably more good sides than bad. The main bad side is financial. We don't have any financial support from CMON. They're going to help us a little bit in terms of advertising this. We might be able to get Brick to come and join us, but other than that, we're not getting prize support from CMON as far as we know. We're not getting mats from CMON as far as we know. We've got to do everything ourselves, and we've got to fund everything out of ticket sales, donations, and sponsorships. But the upside is that we get to run it however we want. We're the players. We have been playing this game for years. We know what we like. We know what things we've liked at tournaments and what things we haven't. We get to set up the prize support the way we want. We get to set up the rounds the way we want. We're not beholden to CMON's tournament document to the extent that we don't want to be. If we'll see what happens when Season 6 comes out and if they change any of the tournament modes. But we're not restricted to. We don't have to ban Clash of Kings just because CMON didn't put it in their tournament document. And most people like Clash of Kings, so that we can keep that in the game. We can do our own prize structures. We are not limited to a few of the top 10 prizes. We're not limited by having to give out huge prizes to the top few players and not as much to the rest of the players the way the prizes have been kind of the last 2 years. I guess 2 years ago they had the big swag bag for everyone, and then it just didn't have much outside the top 4 players other than the swag bags. And that's why our theme this year is Breaking of the Chains. Carl, I think you came up with the theme idea. You want to talk a little bit about that?
I'm always good for a pun or some good ideas, I guess. Brainstorming is my forte. But so, I mean, exactly what you just explained, right? We're trying to think of a theme or a title for the event, and we're spitballing, and I thought, Game of Thrones to tie in with what's happening and what this is, which is the first event free from the restrictions of CMON. So there you go. It kind of summarizes it, I guess. And it's not, it might be a little, I don't know, not harsh, but like strong terminology, but it's just for fun. Like it's just a fun title to give the event. It's not, I don't think anyone ever felt shade. But anyways, so
we're Americans. We like inflammatory language.
Yeah. We have a cool logo coming. We'll have a great reveal to that soon. It's not up quite yet. That ties that in as well, and that is when that comes, we'll announce the artist and everything. It's looking pretty cool. So I guess I just wanted to add that on the upside of the bad and good parts of this is, this pool of TOs that we have now that's running this and sharing and discussing and pumping up our communities. we've been doing this a while. So, we're not some group of, what are we doing? This is, we're going to take care of you guys. It's going to be great.
Yeah, all of us who are involved in this right now. Evan, not officially, but Evan has offered is in the pool of people who are looking to come back as head judge. He was the organizer for nationals last year. We've got all the people here who have run dozens of Song of Ice and Fire tournaments. I've run our locals in Chicago monthly for the last 2 years or so. Carl, you've run a bunch out in California. So we know what we're doing when it comes to running tournaments, though I'm not sure anyone other than Evan has run anything quite as big as what we're hoping for here.
But shout out to Evan as well, as he did quite an amazing job for, I think he was alone with 83 people. Yeah, and of course there's hiccups along the way, and he did a great job of it. So
yeah. But that doesn't mean we can't do a better job this year.
That's right. And also a shout out to I don't know how long they've been doing it themselves, but we actually had, once we announced, we had a couple new TOs join our group. So a big shout out to the Texas community. I know they're going real strong out there, and they were part of the bid process as well. And then we have the Marietta Mummers from Georgia and the Kentucky community all came in. And so it's just great to hear, great to see, and we're pretty excited for it.
All right. So now we're going to talk a little bit about the details of the event itself. So we mentioned earlier, the tournament is going to be hosted at the Hyatt Place Hotel, Rosemont, O'Hare. We have a room block, and I'm going to show you how to reserve a room at the hotel later. So we would prefer that you stay on site. You're probably not going to find much better in terms of price in the area. The room block is $139 a night for a room, which is great for the location. And you can stay on site. You can roll out of bed and head right on down to the tournament if you want. Though, please shower first. We don't want to, we don't want to perpetuate negative wargamer stereotypes. At least not in the Song of Ice and Fire world. That's for some other games that we won't.
That's mention. Right. We're classy. We're classy.
Yeah. So the whole weekend is going to be October 11th through 13th, as we said. The main event is going to be generally the same format we're used to from previous nationals and other tournaments. It's going to be an individual tournament. It's going to be a regular 2-list format. I'd say 40 points, but I guess now it's going to be 40 plus 4 based on the Season 6 preview. Whatever the rule set is, Season 6, or I assume they won't make a major change from Season 6 to Season 7, assuming that if Season 7 comes out before October. But it's going to be the regular tournament format, 2 lists of the same faction, 6 rounds, 7th if necessary, for an undefeated champion. Game modes, terrain choices, etc. All that stuff is to be announced. I don't think we can, we can't fix on anything until we see what Season 6 looks like. It looks like it's going to be a big change. I'm really looking forward to it. We'll see if they do anything different in terms of the battlefield terrain rules, what the game modes look like. If they finally fix banners and butchery, please fix banners and butchery. All that. So that kind of detail we're not seeing yet. But the event itself, 6 rounds, 4 rounds on Saturday, 2, maybe 3 on Sunday if we need a third. If we need a third, it might also just be a playoff between the 2 remaining undefeated players, and everyone else can go on to the team event, which we'll talk about in a bit. But 4 rounds on Saturday, starting at 9:30 a.m., and then 2 rounds on Sunday, starting at 9:30 a.m. as well, followed by prizes. Now, one thing I do really want to do differently this year than we've had in previous nationals, I do not want to treat the non-competitive parts of this game as an afterthought. We want to really focus on things like painting and sportsmanship that have taken a back seat in the past. The last few nationals, they kind of, everyone kind of forgot about painting, and then at the end it was like, go, okay, we're done, go set your army up and we'll go vote on it and, just get it done. I don't want to do that this year. We are going to schedule painting judging ahead of time. generally during the lunch breaks. So the way I've got it set up now, this is tentative, but not tentative, but it's the way I want to do it, is that we're going to do, I'd like to do unit and hero judging. We're going to have a best unit category and a best hero category. We'll do that judging during lunch on the first day. So when you're done with your round before lunch, go put your unit and hero out for judging. I'm talking to local miniature painters, and I'm hoping we can even get maybe a more celebrity miniature painter from a YouTube channel to come out and judge for us. That would be great. But we'll get that done in the first day, and then second day, full army judging, both judging and player's choice. Again, aiming to do that during the lunch break. We're also going to have, as part of the painting competition this year, a best diorama competition. We've never done that before. If you were at Nationals last year, you might have seen Patrick Strange's awesome Greyjoy boat. It was a shame that there wasn't really any award to reward that, that kind of effort put into making the surroundings to your army look awesome, in addition to your painting skills. So we'd like to see, let's see some dioramas this year. Let's see some Greyjoy boats. Let's see some wall mock-ups for some Night's Watch and Free Folk armies. Maybe someone wants to build a Winterfell or a Casterly Rock. I know I've seen some great Targaryen Dothraki Sea display boards at tournaments in the past. So let's see some creativity out there. Don't just come with an army. Come with a display. We're also going to have sportsmanship awards. We're going to have an all-around award. We're going to have some award that combines competition, painting, and sportsmanship in the way that other war games often do in their tournaments. So that's the main event, regular competition, but we're going to try to expand what we're doing with the competition quite a bit this year in terms of what we're rewarding. After the main event is over on Sunday, we get to the event I may actually be more excited about than the regular Nationals. The first ever United States Team Championship. This is something that I had wanted to put together for a little while. We've got our different regional teams here. We've got the Cleveland group and the Kansas City group and the West Coast group, Chicago group, Marietta Mummers, Texas group. And I want to have teams from all these regions go against each other to see not just which player is the best in America, but which team is the best in America. So we are running a team championship that is going to start Sunday afternoon after the main event prizes and carry on into Monday. It's going to be 4 rounds. It's going to follow the same format as Polish Team Nationals, which generally follows the CMON team tournament document, with some modifications in terms of how the teams are paired against each other. That's complicated. I don't want to get into it in this video. You can go look at what they do. Important thing that you need to know for now, though, is that you're putting together you'll want to be putting together a team of 4. You'll have a team of 4 players. Each player is going to submit 2 lists for their faction. All 4 players have to play on a team have to play a different faction. All 4. When it comes to your list building, neutral character can only be in one player of the 4's list, unless one of the players is playing neutrals, in which case that restriction isn't there.
Okay.
And again, assuming Season 6 doesn't make some big change to neutrals that changes all that, but at least the way the team rules currently read, if if one player takes Brawn, then the other 3 players can't take Brawn unless one of those 3 players is playing neutrals.
I actually have a question as of right now. So is that the name, or is that the specific type of the name that can't be repeated?
I think it is the character. So, right, you can't have one player take Vargo Commander.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't have one player take Vargo Commander and the other one take Vargo Attachment, for example.
Okay.
So it is the character that is restricted. You play you're paired team against team. There's kind of a complex process for how you decide which player each team plays which player on the other team, but you'll have 4 games. Team that wins the most games wins the round. If it's 2-2, then you look to secondary points to break the tie, and then units destroyed to break the tie, the same way that you have tiebreakers in a regular individual tournament. So 4 rounds, Swiss pairing team by team, and we'll see who comes out on top as the best team in America.
I have a little. I'll have a little bit to share on that. I'm pretty. Yeah, I think I'm with you on as far as excitement level. This being a little bit more exciting in my mind. Last year at Wardens of the West, if you haven't heard, we do a kind of a West Coast regional called Wardens of the West here, and this year's going to be in the Bay Area. By the way, I'll give Brian some links to that. but we do. Last year we did basically a combined team event within the tournament. So you avoid your team pairings. I think it was the first half of the event. But, I encouraged players to make those T-shirts, bring a banner, like really have that team representation. And it was just a ton of fun. And shout out to everybody that came and did that at Wardens of the West. But it's so much fun, guys. Doing the team thing, it's good times.
Yeah, I've never played in a live team tournament before, but I've played in the TTS, 3 of the TTS teams tournaments, 2 of the regular team, and then I played on the Team USA for the World Teams. We didn't do all that well. But we'll see what we do within the internal U.S. Team competition.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, I saw you. I think I saw you stream a couple, right?
Yeah. You can see a few of those on our channel if you look back through the videos. And I do apologize for the lack of content recently. We'll try to get some more videos out when season 6 comes.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. The winter season is pretty rough for for content. Yeah, I haven't been on very much as well. So, anyways, back to team event.
So. Team event, 2 rounds on Sunday afternoon, evening, 2 rounds Monday morning starting at 9:30 a.m. We hope we get you out of here by around, say, 2:30, 3-ish on Monday, and then you can fly home if you want, or you can stick around and tour Chicago some more if you so choose. Also, in addition to those 2 events, we can't promise anything, but we might also be putting together a Friday night casual social event. We don't actually have the meeting hall on Friday night, so we need a lot of people to sign up and give us pay enough money to rent out the room for another night if we want to do this. But there's new Epic mode coming. There's new Epic mode supposedly coming out in season 6. We might do something with Epic mode games. Maybe we'll get really lucky and Tactics will come out by then, and we can do something with Tactics.
A lot of you were at. A lot of you probably were at. I don't know if you watching specifically were at LVO when in 2024 when I did the social doubles. It had such great feedback. So hopefully, if enough of you sign up early, get those tickets going, we'll be able to hit enough for a Friday night, just social fun time. So.
And that takes us into the next question, which is, how do you buy a ticket? And for that, I will let Carl share his screen and show you our event website in its prototype form, anyways.
Yeah,
we're hoping to make it look a little prettier, but it is functional.
I was just gonna say, there's gonna be a link straight to the website, but if you happen to just go to
and I will have the link for the website and for anything else that we're talking about today in the video description posted on YouTube.
There you go. So tabletop.events is the site that we're using. I kind of used it last year for Wardens of the West, so I was somewhat familiar and I knew it was an option to do. So anyways, so you need to make an account, make a profile. It's just a simple email login. And then, so here I am, Papa Bear. I'm going to go to conventions here. You can search conventions going on all around the country. I'm just going to put in breaking because that's the keyword that for our title for our event. That is probably not very repeated. So here we are, U.S. Nationals breaking of the chain. So this is the screen that you'll probably go right to with the link. But just in case you're in, that's how you search for it. So this page is going to be a lot prettier very soon with a logo and all that good stuff. But we have our just title and our short summary. There's a green button right here. It says buy badges under registration. We're going to hit buy badges.
Make sure you buy badges, not tickets.
Yeah. So badges is how you get your tickets. Event tickets are something that you have to create in the site. But you'll get free event tickets when you buy badges. So go to buy badges. And we have 2 options. We have the full weekend right here on top. So that is going to get you the main event and the teams. And then we have main event only, which as you guessed, That's just for the main event.
We did not create a team only because we didn't think anyone would actually purchase that, but you can email us if you actually want that option.
Let us know if you just have Sunday and Monday free and you're just coming for teams. We will create that option for you. 100%. So in the description of the badges here, you can see that what we're doing initially to really try to round you guys up and get you pumped up and let us know numbers as best as possible is you can be part of the First Men discount. So there's a code First Men Full or First Men Main, depending on which badge you go for a discount until April 30th. All right, so that's about a month or so of an early bird price.
And we are also planning to have some sort of freebie. Not sure what it is yet. We're still working on that out. But some sort of freebie for anyone who signs up before April 30th with this First Men discount.
Yeah, honestly, as far as prizes and gifts and swag and stuff like that, we'll probably do. Hopefully, I mean, as the advertiser, I would like to do like a slow, steady stream of reveals, and just keep you guys hyped up. But we have so many ideas and fun stuff, and with the technology of 3D printing nowadays, and all the different options that are out there, it's going to be really good.
And remember, since this is entirely self-funded, the more of you that sign up and buy tickets, and the sooner you do it, the more money we have to spend on things like prizes. We're not making any profit off of this, folks. Any money that you spend is going back out to you, the community, in the form of freebies and prizes. So that is definitely good to know. This is 100% volunteer rant, guys. so it's all up to you, the community, the players. Get those tickets as fast as possible. That enables us to go, okay, we got this much, we can do this now, and then we'll announce it. Reveal, we're gonna do this, and then that drives more ticket sales, and it's just keeps the wheel churning. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and almost buy a ticket because I was the tester. I already bought mine. So we'll go for the full weekend because hopefully all you guys do the full weekend. We're gonna hit the green buy button, and now this is like you can call it the information form. We have a couple required sections before you buy your badge. We did not test this give to a friend, but I'm sure it's just like any type of site where you buy something and give it to a friend. You can do that. I wouldn't do it. I mean, just because I haven't tested it myself. It's easy enough to get your friend to sign up, right? All right. Anyways, we have name, last name, email, and then for the stats names, the stats name is optional. Yeah, not required. But if you already have a name on stats, we'd certainly appreciate it if you put it in now and saved us some time looking it up later.
Yeah, here I'll even go in and act like I'm doing it here. So then we have a required drop down here. So the faction ruler. So you want to talk about your first swag?
So the first piece of swag that we can promise everyone who attends United States Nationals and who signs up on or before September 20th. So this is both the really early bird before April 30th, but also anyone who signs up on time, sign up by September 20th, will get a faction ruler of their choice. And that faction ruler will be 3D printed, it will be multicolored, and it will have a cool engraving U.S. Nationals 2025 in the back. I have here a Lannister version, which I'm going to show on the video. You can see red and yellow. You may have seen this particular ruler design before, but we do it in multicolor. Color is appropriate to the faction, of course. And then on the back, you can see engraved U.S. Nationals 2025. Of course, one of the reasons that we want that this is only going out to people who sign up by September 20th is because we have to print these ourselves. So if you sign up late, we won't have it in time to print it. But if you sign up on time, you will get a faction ruler of your choice. And if you sign up and you change your mind with the faction ruler later, of course, anytime before September 20th, feel free to change your mind, change it in the system, and we'll get you the ruler you want.
Awesome.
And
thank you, Brian, for that.
Yes, and we have rulers for all factions, including Brotherhood. We have a Brotherhood without banners ruler if you want that.
Here. Cool. Can I? Never mind. I was going to ask a question like I'm that kind of guy that look like, gosh, what is the term? Like, my brain's not working. Devil's advocate, kind of inquiry mind, where I'm like, can I get a golden company, golden skull ruler? we have
If
we have we have neutrals.
Yes.
So,
If CMON announces a new Golden Company mini faction before September 20th, we will have Golden Company rulers available.
ooh, all
I
right.
certainly hope they do. I think I'm one of the people on Discord most strongly pounding the drum to please release a Golden Company mini faction. I want to
Oh,
play
heck yeah.
Aegon the Sixth and John Connington
Yeah.
and Tyrion. Yeah, let's see that Golden Company faction, CMON. But
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I mean, hopefully we'll get a story about how they take Storm's End soon. But anywho, so faction ruler choice. That's awesome. Next up is the team. So if this is the full weekend. Actually, I wonder. I'm going to go back.
yeah, that drop down box is not an option. In the main event, it's just your stats name and the faction ruler that
There you go.
you get.
Perfect. Brian is on top of it. He actually did that part. So I just had to see.
Yep.
All right. So we have the stats name, the faction ruler. And then, yes, I do have a team.
Yes. So if you want to play in the team event, but you don't have a team of 4, you can click one of the other options. If you are completely by yourself and you need to be put on a team, click no, and we'll find a team for you. If you have a friend or two, you have a group of 2 or a group of 3, but you need someone to fill out the team, click the partly option, list your teammates, and we'll find someone to match you up with. We're happy to we want everyone to participate in the team competition who wants to, and we'll help you get that set up, even if you don't have a group of 4 to sign up with right away.
There you go. 2 custom fields after that for the optional if you have a team or teammates already. You can go ahead and fill that out. John Doe and the Goof Troop. All right,
and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you can change the team name in the system later if you're not set on your name right away. And even if you can't, just tell us. Just email. We have an email set up, ASOIAFnationalsus@gmail.com. If you want to change your team name later, just email us and we'll get that taken care of for you.
Yep, there is an email link right here at the bottom of the page for any questions. Right under the team name in big blue, free tickets come with your badge. Now, this is the thing that you need to remember out of all this. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory, right? But right here, which caught me when I did the test, because I didn't do this part. But right under it is select your tickets. So even though these are free to you, you need to tell us. You need to tell the system, not us specifically, but you need to tell the system that yes, click. Yes, click. I am going to these events. So click here. And then remember that first men discount to get the early bird.
And remember that the discount code is different for the full badge and the main event badge because it's a different discount. So make sure you're using the right discount for the right badge.
Okay. So this was optional, but I'll put it in anyways. Okay, there we go. So I can add this to my cart. Once it's added to your cart, it will pop up on the top right side. Here we are. I have a badge in my cart ready to purchase.
Yep. Now, if you go to checkout, you will see.
Oh, also, before we go to checkout, we have this here. Like, as soon as we go live, which is probably when this video goes live or right afterwards, you have 2 hours. You can come in really fast and add a badge to your cart, and it'll stay there for 2 hours in case you're not where your wallet is or whatever. You need 2 hours to get your payment set up. That is a thing. So you can be reserve my badge before they're sold out.
I would love it if we actually managed to sell out 100 badges. But
hey, I mean, we definitely for sure have more than 100 interested people.
Yes.
That is definitely the case. All right, badges cannot be refunded after that cutoff date that he mentioned, that Brian mentioned earlier.
Yeah. The system is set up so that you can process your own refund up to September 20th. If an emergency comes up and in good faith you have to cancel the last minute, we'll help you out. But September 20th is an important cutout date for us in terms of our, what we've reserved with the hotel and the commitment we need to meet with the hotel. So September 20th is the cutoff date for refunds.
Yeah. This is not picked out of a hat. Yeah. This is an important date. This is something that, we don't want to do much after this day. Okay. So we're going to hit the checkout button.
And one other note on September 20th, the full week, the $65 for the main event, $30 for the team event price that you'll have after April 30th when that first men discount goes away, that only applies up to September 20th. If you wait until after September 20th, if you're signing up at the last minute, it's going to be more expensive. It's going to be, I think it's going to be $75 and $35 if you wait to the last minute. So please, ideally sign up right away and get that full discount. You see on your screen, it's $80 plus the convenience fee. So $15 off of the full weekend price if you sign up by April 30th. But if you don't make the April 30th, at least make the September 30th. Price is going to go up, and we would much appreciate it if you all signed up by September 20th. Makes our lives much easier.
By tomorrow. When you're watching this video, sign up by tomorrow. No, really, you're only missing out on $6 if you change your mind. Like this convenience fee, by the way, is not for us. This is the site hosting this for us. So
that is what tabletop events and the credit card companies charge us for processing.
Yeah, all together. Fee. So it's partly the site, partly the credit card, and all that stuff. So then we can check out. I'm not going to fill this out because it's on public video. This is what it looks like, guys. So what am I missing?
I think that is it in terms of how you get your ticket.
Cool beans. Any questions? Of course, again, there's another on the homepage here. There's another spot right here. Contact us. Email. All right. Address to the venue. I mean, again, this page will look a lot nicer by the time you see this video.
All right. So, Carl, if you want to stop presenting, I can show the next thing, which is, okay, you want to come to this tournament? We've talked about how to buy a ticket to the event. Now let's talk about how to reserve your hotel room.
All right. I haven't even done this yet. I don't even know what this is going to look like.
So we have a link to the Hyatt Place website, Hyatt.com, group booking, CHIZOG-SOIA. This link will be in the YouTube video description as well for you to click on, but make sure that you are using that GSOIA code. That is our code for our room block.
Oh, there it is, right there in the middle of the.
Make sure that group code is checked. If that group code is not checked, you don't get the discount, and more importantly, we don't get credit for the room, and we need to fill up the rooms. That's part of the deal.
We got to fill rooms.
Yeah. I know you guys wanna save money by bunking 6 people to a room. Please, don't do that. Try to keep it reasonable. So if you click on Find Rooms from Friday to Monday, and you can do any sub part of that as well. If you're only stay until Sunday, you can do Friday to Sunday. You could theoretically come in Saturday morning. We don't recommend that. If your flight is delayed at all, you'll miss the first round. Even if it's not delayed, you're going to be rushing. The hotel has a free shuttle, but it's only every 40 minutes. So
there are horror stories, even from just last year.
Yeah,
and it was some Canadians, I think, that. Right?
Yeah. Yep. So, okay. The Canadians had
they had plenty of time. Like their flight was super good amount of time. They'd be there super early in the morning, and the delay on the flight got them.
Yeah.
I mean, is that so? Be careful.
Yeah. So if we click on Find Rooms options, I think right now it is only going to be showing the king bed. So your standard room is going to be a king bed with a sofa bed. They're nice big rooms. If you email us, I can send you some you can just go to their website and see pictures of the rooms. I've taken a tour of the facility. It's quite nice. They're great rooms for $139. I think we can also get rooms with 2 queen beds. I've got to talk to the hotel about whether we can put those in the block as well. If that's an issue for you, again, email us. But go in, book your room, and you'll have your room booked. Amenities at the hotel that you can look forward to. The hotel has on-site breakfast. I think, let me see here, if I look room details.
That is a nice looking room.
Yeah, description amenities. I've seen conflicting things in what they've given me in terms of whether the breakfast is included or whether it's $10. $10 is a pretty good rate for a breakfast buffet, anyways. But they have a breakfast buffet on site. They have a bar on site that is open at night and also has food. Because of the hotel's alcohol policies and insurance, you can't bring your own drinks into the tournament hall. You're free to drink as much in your room as you want. Just don't overindulge. We don't want any trouble that way.
Make sure you can still roll dice and walk down to
the... but if you order a drink from the bar, you are free to bring the drink from the bar into the tournament hall. For food, you've got lots of options. Not just the hotel bar. Let me change the screen up a little bit, and I'll show you what this area looks like where you'll be staying.
Cool. Oh.
So here is Google Maps. So let me look at the Google Map window. All right. So if we zoom out, you can see O'Hare Airport right there. Big thing that takes up most of the screen. If we zoom in on the northeast corner, the Hyatt place is right here.
Oh, wow. That is so close.
Yep. Lots of food options and other things right around the hotel. So in immediate walking distance, right across the street, we have an Outback Steakhouse. First Watch is a breakfast place. There is a local taco restaurant. There's also a Five Guys, which I saw in person but is not showing up on Google Maps here. Raising Cane's. Short walk down the street, you can get to Potbelly is a sandwich chain. Rosati's is a local chain if you're looking for your Chicago deep dish pizza fix.
Oh man!
Would not be my first choice for Chicago deep dish, but it is nice and close.
Well, what is your first? What is your first?
Lou Malnati's is my favorite. But you'll get ask different Chicagoans. You'll get different.
Well, I'm
answers.
going when I'm there. So
let's see. We got Starbucks, of course. Not a food place. Well, there's lots of food in it, but right next to the hotel is the Allstate Arena, which is a local indoor stadium. They host our minor league hockey team, the Chicago Wolves. They also host lots of concerts and things like Disney on Ice, monster trucks, all sorts of things like that.
Cool.
They have not announced what will be playing the weekend of our tournament yet, but keep an eye on that. Might be something that your family is interested in. We'll just have to see what gets announced. Still walkable in this direction. Got a Target for any of those needs. We got Culver's if you want your Wisconsin fast food fix. Try the cheese curds. Chipotle, Chili's, IHOP, Steak and Shake, now with beef tallow. So yeah, no shortage of walkable restaurants. If you go the other way, you can get to two other Chicago fast food staples. One of them is not showing up.
I think I'm going to hit the Potbellies. That just sounds like you can't not go to a sandwich shop called Potbellies. So.
Yeah. So I guess Potbellies is I guess they're more of a Midwestern chain. So I guess you don't really see them out. I thought they were out in California. But,
never heard of them. I didn't know it was a chain. Now I'm changing my mind.
Yeah, more common in the Midwest.
Okay.
And the sandwiches are great. The cookies are amazing. Try the oatmeal chocolate chip cookie.
Okay.
There. And of course we got two Chicago fast food staples in this corner. One is not showing up, which is Portillo's. If you've been to Adepticon, if you've been to Adepticon in past years, you've probably been to Portillo's. I know people have eaten there. And of course the local fast food chain, everyone knows those from Chicago, McDonald's.
Okay.
So that's all walkable.
That breakfast spot too. We gotta talk to the First Watch.
Yes. We can ask them if they'll change their name to Night's Watch for the weekend.
We gotta have like a big someone in a big rat mascot uniform to be the rat cook. Yeah, that'd be great.
So that is that's the stuff that is walkable. Now, if you are looking at bringing along spouses, girlfriends, kids, boyfriends. I guess there are a few girls who play the game. I don't think there are any girls who play the game whose boyfriends don't. But, gender neutral, even if it's not really gender neutral. So if you're bringing your families along, we've got, if you want to go to the city, you can. It's not too long a walk here to this train tracks right here. I think the stop is right around.
I was like, where are you going? Okay.
There's the O'Hare transfer stop right there. A bit of a walk. It's a longer walk, but if you're visiting the city, that is our Metro line. The Metro is Chicago's commuter rail, so you can take a train from there all the way to downtown if you want. If you don't want to go all the way to downtown, it's a short Uber ride to Rosemont's entertainment district, which is right around here. So October, I'm pretty sure the Chicago Dogs minor league baseball season is probably over by October. But we've got the Parkway Bank Park Entertainment District, has comedy club, a whole bunch of restaurants, good restaurants, movie theater, cannabis dispensary, if that's something that you are into. It is recreational.
That's where it is.
Yep. They're all over the place now. Recreational is illegal in Illinois.
I was wondering when this is going to get brought up.
Yeah. No, and probably not something to combine with the cannabis dispensary. We got the indoor skydiving right here, if you are into that. There's the Big Ten. The Big Ten Museum is over here too.
Oh, that's cool.
You got the Outlet Mall here too, if you're interested in that. It's Chicago. There's all sorts of fun things to do.
Yeah.
All sorts of fun things to do right in Rosemont, for that matter. Okay. Also in Rosemont, right around here, is the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center. I know that Collecticon is happening the same weekend, so if you're into other kinds of collectibles, sports cards, Pokemon cards, other things that are not necessarily gaming collectibles, that is going on that weekend.
I said taxidermy?
Probably not that.
We had one here. I brought it. It's on my mind because we had this crazy convention. It was like a collectible convention here.
Okay.
But the one of the groups that were having booths and stuff there were like all about all this weird, the craziest collectible stuff you could think of, and it was actually kind of cool. But anyways, it was yeah.
So if you bring the family, there are lots and lots of things for them to do. There's also a pool in the hotel. All the usual kinds of amenities that you'd expect. Come on down, stay at the Hyatt place, and you're going to have a fun time. And if you bring your family, they'll have a fun time too. And
just to reiterate, because I think this is asked a lot, we can drink and play, but you just need to buy at the bar inside the hotel.
Right.
That's it. So you can drink your own stuff in your room. But
yep.
All
right. So that takes care of the hotel and the local area. So this is still tentative to some extent, but next thing we want to talk about is prizes.
All right.
And Carl, I have you taken the lead on this.
Oh, you do.
That's what I wrote in the Google Doc, anyways.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to find it. Yeah. Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah, so I know Brian's mentioned it already a couple times, but these types of events, just as a general statement, is a celebration of our community and the game and how great it is and all of our time and effort we put into it. And so we really want to show that and show a thank you to everyone that makes it out. And so, of course, we'll have our top places. We're going to go down to top 10. We have our best in factions. We're going to have a sportsmanship process, which I'm not sure if is decided yet, but we're definitely going to have a much more involved, I think, process. If you want to correct me there, Brian.
Yeah, we're going to try to make it a bit more objective. We're going to look at how other war games do it in terms of how they do sportsmanship for big events, in terms of polling. One thing I do want to one thing I am planning in terms of logistics, um, you know, in the last few years, we've kind of had this ad hoc. Well, I think the plan was originally for everyone to put their own scores in stats, and that failed immediately every time. Um, so logistically, what I'm planning to do is take a page from the major chess tournaments that I've done before, that I've played in before, and we're going to have slips of paper basically on every table so that when your round is done, you write down the result on your piece of paper, hand it to the tournament director. We've got nice records of everything. You don't have to
Great.
come up and tell us what happened. And
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Then we can have the like the sportsmanship process right on there, and we
Right.
can just file it into each player's
yeah.
log of sportsmanship scores. So,
Yeah, if you've been to Adepticon and Song of Ice and Fire tournaments before, it's going to be more like that, in terms of having things done on paper so that we have clear records of things and keep things organized and running a tight ship.
Awesome. Next up, painting. I know that Brian's already mentioned it a little bit in depth, but I really, really can't wait to celebrate and see all you guys' hard work in your painting. We did a little bit more involved at LVO as well. We had a couple pro painters come and check out your guys' stuff. And it was, but I kind of don't want to talk about with the LVO too much because I was a little disappointed in what was what was laid out for us. But anyways,
I'll share a little anecdote here. So our last monthly tournament in Chicago was actually our biggest tournament ever. We got like a whole group of former Warhammer players that jumped in, and we ended up with an 18-player tournament. But we also have a group of old historical Grognard types that show up and come and look at it, and they look over and see the game like they're all playing. There are so many people over there playing with unpainted miniatures. What's wrong with them? So it's one of the great things about Song of Ice and Fire is that you can play with unpainted miniatures, and I think it makes the game a lot more beginner friendly. But this is Nationals, folks. You're coming to Nationals. Paint your armies. Make it look good.
Yeah, you can still totally come unpainted, of course.
Yeah.
I have one of our great players here. In our locale. Bob, whose name is Ormaziam, and you can see the battle report I just posted up on my YouTube. Which again, I haven't done one in so long, as we were saying, but I got something up. And he is the Ziploc bag dump your unpainted armies. Like it's hilarious, but he's all in it for the strategy and the tactics. He loves the game, and it's fantastic. He's a great guy, so it's totally fine. But if you're into it, let's see it. Bring it. Bring your paint A game. We're going to reward everyone for doing so. So it's going to be great. All right. So on that note, I really like the idea of this, and so we're doing it. I guess it's here. So it's on the Google Docs.
We're definitely doing some of these.
Yeah.
We don't know what all we're going to do yet, but we're definitely doing some of this, and we've talked around it so much. Carl, what are we talking about?
We're talking about, and I kind of termed it as ambassador. I'm not sure if we'll use that term or not, but it's just someone who really envelops all the hobby has to offer for their faction. So you have your best in faction scores, like whoever performed the best in the tournament, but maybe the idea is something like a Stark ambassador will be the winner for a combined score of paint, sportsmanship, and contest. So I think that's a really, really great thing to do, and I really hope we can do it. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I do like about Song of Ice and Fire, our tournaments tend to not make as big of a deal about sportsmanship prizes as some of the other tabletop wargaming events do, and one of the reasons for that is that we haven't really needed to. I've been really impressed by the level of sportsmanship that's usually displayed in Song of Ice and Fire. We will not talk about what happened at the European Nationals recently, but apart from that, and this is the United States, we expect better of you. But yeah, sportsmanship is an important part of the hobby. Painting is an important part of the hobby. The Warhammer folks do all-around prizes. I think we should do all-around prizes. We should celebrate the entire hobby, not just winning games.
Yeah, and it's not going to be as deep or serious, I think if I'm not mistaken, that's how you win the tournament,
Right.
is the all around. Yeah. So for us, it's just going to be like one of our side awards kind of thing, where we're just going to say, hey, thanks for doing all the things. thanks for doing all the stuff, for just being a representative, an ambassador for the hobby, for the game, for your faction. So that's the idea there. And then I'm really excited for this one. So we've been tossing around so many ideas, and I know some other. I want to say I know I've
Hits and Crits does this too, I think.
Hits and Crits has done it, and I want to say the Simon Expo Thailand or Asia did it. I think there's been some other events where they have like in game during the tournament objectives of like weird things that happen, like failing a 3-up panic test or passing a 12 panic test, or I can't even think of any others off the top of my head right now. There's so many, taking 5 wounds off of a honed and ready wall shot or something like that. So we're gonna just have a lot of fun things just to give stuff out as much as we can. We want to celebrate you guys coming and committing to this event, and so we're gonna do as much as we can. So this is another way for us to say, hey, no matter what your score is, no matter how you did in paint, we're still giving stuff out to as much as we can. So.
As far as what the actual prizes are going to be, we don't know yet. A lot of that is going to depend on how many people sign up and how much money we have to spend on things like trophies and things. I expect we're not, since we don't have CMON giving us free product to give out as prizes, it's not going to be product. Frankly, if you're coming to nationals and winning, you probably already have all the product you need. We're hoping for some more sentimental stuff. We're trying to put together things like, we're seeing, what quality of things we can get in terms of like Game of Thrones replica items, trophies, plaques, all that kind of cool stuff. Things that accessories for your game. I think one thing I'm looking at is seeing how much it would cost to get like sets of tokens for your faction. If you've played with Dave Meckler, he's one of our locals. He has like a custom set of tokens for every order in his faction and for every NCU. So instead of putting the card,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So he has like a little plaque for an NCU influence that goes on, and
I used to laser cut those. A long time ago.
So I'd love to do something like that in terms of part of a Best in Faction award, depending on how cost effective it is. But again, more players that show up, the more money we have to spend on prizes. So sign up.
100%. Yeah, guys, it's all up to us as a group, as a community. So yeah, we know all the things that we're going over right now is what we aim to do, right? What we hope to do. So we're not shoveling all of this into first place. We're trying to celebrate everyone as much as we possibly can. And so on that note of we can't just bust out our own money for some crazy prizes, that kind of relates to the structure, I guess, of leading up to the event. So go ahead.
So past years there have been qualifying events that CMON has done. CMON has basically said if you want to host a regional qualifier, you host it, and I think they initially announced the top 2, and then it turned into the top 4, and some places the top 6, and they just gave out a ton of free tickets.
And then it was just free to come.
We can't do that because we want to, none of us are making a profit off of this. We'd prefer to not take a loss if we could. We don't want to actually spend our own money on this in addition to all the time we're volunteering. So there are no official qualifier tournaments in the sense that if you win that there's a tournament that you can win and get a free ticket. That being said, if you are a regional tournament organizer and you want to host a qualifier that's more like the way that the World Series of Poker works in terms of qualifiers, where you're not getting a free entry, but you collect the entry fees for your regional, and the money that you would give out as prizes or to pay for prizes, you're using that money to pay for a ticket to nationals. Right? If you want to set up something that way where you're effectively buying a ticket from us for nationals to give out as a prize at your regional and call it a qualifier, we're happy to help you out with that, and we will be happy to let you do that at the early bird price, even if you do that after April 30th. So if you want to host that kind of regional, email us and we will give you access to a qualifier ticket at the discounted $55 for the main event price, even if you're doing it after April 30th. So we're happy to help out that way. But we can't just give out free tickets the way that Nationals has done in the past.
Yeah, I think a permanent early bird for regionals is pretty great as far as an idea for what we can do. So,
yeah.
In fact, I encourage it. I mean, the more hype you give your area for attending, the better. So please do.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah. And if you need to figure out, right, if we have to figure out something where, say, someone who qualifies already had bought an early bird ticket and we got to figure out how to deal with that, we can work it out. But the important part is Nationals tickets are not going out for free. It's got to be paid for by someone.
So sign up now, folks. What are you waiting for?
Exactly. So yeah, that's kind of all the information we have about Nationals for now. We're going to make it a good event. This is a celebration of the game, a celebration of the hobby, a celebration of the Song of Ice and Fire lore. Most of us are fans. I am planning to adopt a thing that we do in our local tournaments, where I play Game of Thrones music as cues for how much time is left in a round.
Nice.
I've usually said in the past that Reigns of Castmere is the end of round music. For the last two tournaments, we've done Jenny of Old Stones for that instead, in honor of the Brotherhood of with that banner's release. But yeah, we're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got two fun guys in charge of some stuff here. I know that our whole group is amazing, but I have a picture that I sent you from Nationals where both of us are donning our cloaks.
Yeah.
so we get into it, man. This is going to be fun.
Yes, and I do want to be clear, the fact that I'm organizing the tournament this year and not playing it is not because I was so demoralized by losing to you at Nationals last year. Even though taking 6 wounds on 6 dice with my Tully Cav was pretty demoralizing.
That was insane. Joking shot to your Tully Cavs, 6 wounds was crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, we are here. We're working with all your regional tournament organizers to make this the best Song of Ice and Fire miniatures event ever, at least ever in the United States. The Europeans, they do some pretty crazy stuff. They've got some resources we don't. But we're looking to make this the best United States event ever. Best worldwide event. Would be nice if we could do it, but let's not overshoot. Best United States.
We can't do it alone. Just me and Brian and our TO group. We need you guys to hit that early bird, buy a ticket. You need to tell your group, tell how hyped you are, tell them about the info if they haven't watched the video. Send them the video links. Share it everywhere. Let's do this together. Let's have a great time.
Yep.
We are very, very excited.
Yes. So your tickets and your hotel rooms, they are on sale now. Go sign up. Buy it now, get that discount, get your room set. Head on over to kayak.com or wherever you like to make travel reservations. Get those plane tickets reserved, and we hope to see you in Chicago. Technically Rosemont. Fortunately, in Rosemont, I think there's a bigger tax in Chicago. But we hope to see you in Rosemont in October. We're looking forward to it. If you have any questions or suggestions, please email us at asoiafnationalsus@gmail.com. And with that, I think we have given you all the info we can for now. Thanks for watching.
Shall we begin?